Thank you for joining us on MNB World's News Mongolia, where we bring you the latest stories and updates from across the nation and beyond. I'm Matsir Namshir. On News Mongolia today, the second coal theft public hearing to take place on December 18th to 22nd. Traffic restrictions will begin on December 18th. 13 non-governmental organizations are operating in Europe that are being founded by Mongolians. For the news, stay tuned. The second coal hearing starts today on December 18th in a move to address the public's concerns about the government's investigation of coal theft. A parliamentary working group initiated these public hearings. The first hearing was held on December 4th through 8th.
The first coal theft hearing, held from December 1st to 8th, was attended by 221 of the 275 witnesses called for the proceedings. The second hearing, starting on December 18th, is set to cover different facets of the coal industry. The upcoming sessions will include a thorough review of the Tawantala GSC's transport activities, coal export dynamics, and issues related to border guards. The agenda will also include Tawantala GSC's sales activities, pricing strategies for coal contracts, and details on its agreement with Chalco Trading Hong Kong. Additional focal points in the second hearing include a detailed review of coal concentrators, oil pipeline plans, and the intricacies of coal purchase and sales agreements. The hearings follow revelations from October 2022, when a significant amount of coal was found missing during a meticulous review of Mongolia's export data and China's reported import figures. China is the primary buyer of Mongolian coal. The discovery raised eyebrows and intensified public outrage about corruption, soaring living costs, and deepening inequality, sparking protests exactly 1 year ago. Tawantala GSC holds the mining licenses for the Tawantala coal deposit, the largest in Mongolia. The special governing regime at Tawantala was extended for an additional 6 months at the end of November, signifying the gravity of the situation and the need for a thorough examination of coal industry discrepancies. The public expects the hearing to be a crucial step toward transparency and accountability. The outcomes of this process are expected to play a significant role in shaping government action as an election year approaches.
In light of recent drop in air temperature, Mayor of Ulaanbaatar, Nimbatar, has announced a set of measures to address the weather conditions affecting Mongolia. According to information from the National Agency of Meteorology and Environmental Monitoring, a cold Siberian air mass has been present across the country since December 13th, with forecasts indicating the continuation of temperatures exceeding -40 degrees beyond December 20th.
Acknowledging the impact of this weather on daily life, the Ministry of Education and Culture issued an official order affecting schools nationwide. Adjustments are being made to teaching schedules and formats. In response to the weather challenges, the governor of Ulaanbaatar issued an order to implement even and odd license plate number driving restrictions from December 18th through February 1st, 2024. The General Police Department will provide detailed information about this traffic regulation to facilitate a smooth flow of traffic throughout the city. The mayor noted that these education and traffic regulations are meant to address the impacts of the current weather conditions on daily life. The Deputy Minister of Education and Science, Gambayar, announced some changes to this year's academic schedule in response to the cold weather and respiratory diseases. As a precautionary measure, classroom lessons and training will shift to distance and online formats. On December 18th, classes for students in grades 1 through 5 will be held online. On December 25th, middle and high school students will transition to online learning. The winter vacation period has also been extended, now scheduled for December 28 to January 28. The ministry explained its decisions are meant to address health and safety concerns while ensuring the continuity of education under challenging circumstances. Authorities encourage students, parents, and educators to adapt to these changes and emphasize the importance of collective responsibility to maintain a safe learning environment.
The Open Doors Day for Mongolians living in the Kingdom of Belgium, organized by non-governmental organizations, took place in Antwerp. 13 non-governmental organizations participated in the event, engaging in volunteer work for Mongolians in Belgium. These organizations aim to promote Mongolian culture and the country itself in European countries.
Mongolians residing in the Kingdom of Belgium initiated their collaborative efforts in 2006 with the joint organization of a Mongolian Natam Festival. However, the presence of Mongolians in Belgium dates back to 1994, when the first Mongolians settled in Brussels. During the Doors Open Day, various associations and non-governmental organizations working with the Mongolian community were introduced. Discussions encompassed future ambitions such as a plan for a unified council, new initiatives, and preparations for the future activities. The opinions of guests were also sought and considered. Our Mongolian community has been collaborating since 2006. The official establishment of our joint council took place in 2015, and it currently comprises 13 members. Looking ahead, we have various plans to organize voluntary events aimed at involving our youth and our activities. Recently, through our volunteer job advertisement, 2 to 3 individuals have been contacted and have expressed their willingness to join this joint council. This is a significant success for us. We extend an invitation to citizens, organizations, and young people who are willing to collaborate with us in the future. At this event, supporters and volunteers of Magic Land in Belgium organized a donation drive raising a total of €335. We have been making regular monthly donations over the past 4 years, and these 58 donations is dedicated to Magic Land's Magic Package campaign. Additionally, Magic Land in Hinti province is set to open in December, and there is an ongoing donation initiatives for this cause. Over the last 4 years, we have contributed a minimum of €10,000 to Mongolia, equivalent to approximately 35 million MNT, through the generous donations of our magical brothers and sisters in Belgium. Volunteers from Holland and France have also joined us, consistently providing regular donations. We aim to further expand this initiative with the hope that everyone will contribute to supporting Mongolia to the best of their abilities. Our goal is to ensure equal opportunities for children in Mongolia, granting them the right to education. Through our efforts, we are actively contributing towards the generating an environment where our children can access a free library, participate in a language club, and engage in self-development beyond the confines of a traditional school setting. Representatives from the Embassy of Mongolia in Belgium actively participated in this event. Alongside extending warm greetings, they took the opportunity to introduce and express gratitude to individuals, organizations, and communities that steadfastly support traditional Mongolian festivals and organize activities for the Mongolian community in Belgium.
Now let's take a look at currency exchange rates provided by Mongol Bank. Now let's take a look at international news from our partner agencies. Leaders from Japan and the Association of Southeast Asian Nations held a special summit on the 50th anniversary of the group's founding on Sunday. The summit was expected to discuss adopting a joint vision that emphasizes security cooperation amid growing tensions with China in regional seas.
Ties between Japan and ASEAN used to be largely based on Japanese assistance to the developing economies, in part due to lingering bitterness over Japan's wartime actions. However, in recent years, the ties have focused more on security amid China's growing assertiveness in the South China Sea, while Japan's post-war pacifist stance and trust-building efforts have fostered friendlier relations.
Today, we are at a turning point in history. The free and open international order based on the rule of law is under serious challenge. In order to co-create a peaceful and stable world where everyone can live with dignity and sustainable and prosperous future, Japan would like to cooperate with the people of ASEAN more closely than ever based on trust with ASEAN.
In his speech on Saturday night at the State Guest House in Tokyo, Kishida proposed bolstering ties between Japan and ASEAN in security as well as in business investment, climate, technology, and people exchanges. Kishida and this year's ASEAN chair, Indonesian President Joko Widodo, are set to announce a joint vision on Sunday after several sessions.
Mexico's Maya train rail project opened partially to the general public Saturday amid hours-long delays and huge cost overruns. Passengers waiting for the twice-daily train to leave the resort of Cancun were left waiting on the platform for about 3 hours before being able to board.
Officials apologized for the delay and said it was due to trains being reconfigured. The train running in the other direction from the Gulf Coast colonial city of Campeche was also delayed for hours because only one side of the planned double rail line is finished. Officials estimated it would take about 5.5 hours to travel to 290 miles or 473 kilometers from Campeche to Cancun. Meanwhile, the cost of the project has soared from original estimates of around $8.5 billion to as much as $28 billion. The 950-mile line called the Maya Train is meant to connect beach resorts and archaeological sites. However, only about one-third of it, the 290-mile stretch that President Andrés Manuel López Obrador inaugurated with dignitaries and the press Friday, has even been partly finished. Officials pledged the rest of the line would be ready by the end of February, but even on the part López Obrador inaugurated Friday, just a single line of a planned double-line track has been finished, meaning one train has to wait on a siding while another passes. Despite the wait, some of the first users of the Mayan train expressed their joy on the new service.
The truth now is that I do not expect much, because I know it's the first trip and that things can happen. But what I do hope is that this will be the beginning of something very big for Mexico, and that in all senses there will be benefits. I'm excited to be here. It was really a dream for me. I have been waiting 5 years to see the President of Mexico. He is the best president in the world.
The stretch running between Campeche and Cancun is about one-third of the entire project and covers the least controversial portion of the route, which crosses many environmentally sensitive areas.
Well, that's all for today. Thank you for staying with us. We'll see you on Tuesday with more news and updates. Goodbye.